What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update about the markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. Anyways, as far as Tesla's going, we mentioned we want to see Tesla hold above 325 to remain bullish. We're trying to push in the morning only to get a big rejection, and the whole market's getting a rejection right now. We're looking pretty weak, and that in turn is what's dragging Tesla down alongside other factors. Keep in mind that Tesla's also only down 0.9%, so it's not down that bad, but it is dipping a bit with the overall market, and we weren't able to hold above these key levels. So in order to be bullish, you want to see Tesla reclaim 325. If we can't, we're looking for this trend line acting as support right here at 318. If that fails us, we could be dipping all the way down closer to like 313, which is where the 200 EMA happens to be. Right now, we're looking pretty weak, especially heading into next week if we end up closing like this. So we'll see how it goes. I also want to add that it depends on the robotaxi launch, how that goes, and if it truly happens as soon as Sunday. It should be happening, but for now, I just want to warn you that Tesla is looking pretty weak. So keep that in mind, guys. There's some weakness right now, at least in the way in which the market is moving, and Tesla is going to be at risk of more downside, especially if the market continues to fall. As of right now, because it gapped up and was pushing very nicely in the morning, although it looks like Tesla dumped so much, it actually is only down about 1% for the day overall. So keep that in mind. That's something that's very important to note. So that being said, what do I see for us moving forward? We're looking weak here. We need to see if Tesla could reclaim 325. If it can't, we're favoring downside. And as of right now, we're barely holding this wedge support. If that fails us, we're looking for 313 to 310. On SPY, we pushed very nicely to 600 only to reject. We got to get back above at least 597. If not, we're looking for 592.5 as our support. If that fails us, we're going to be dumping a lot more. This also resembles a head and shoulders pattern, and if we fill at 592, we're looking for the 580s pretty easily. There is downside risk. Watch 595 as a resistance, and then 597. If we can't get back above them, we're favoring 592, and if that fails us, we're looking for the 580s. On the QQQ, we need to get back above 530 to bounce. If not, we're looking for 527 as remain support. We got to get back above that. If we can't, we're going to be at risk of dipping to 524 and all the way down to the 522s. On the IWM, you want to see this thing reclaim at 212. If we can't do that, we're looking for 208 as our target, then 205. This also resembles a slanted head and shoulders, which could be leading to more downside. ES looks kind of weak here. We also have a left shoulder, head, and then a right shoulder. We need to get back above 6,050. If not, we're looking for 6,000. If 6,000 fails, it's just a gap to fill back down during the pre-markets around that 5980 area. If not, all the way down to 5950. So we still look more bearish. NQ is rejecting here. There is a left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. We need to get back above 22,000. If we can't, we're going to be at risk of dipping to fill this gap to 21,700. There is downside risk. Bitcoin has a similar setup. It needs to get back above 105,000. If not, we're looking for a dip to about 103,000 or below. Nvda is looking weak here. I could see 141 to 140, which is where this gap happens to be. Look for some more downside for now. Aapl tried to bounce only to reject off this trend line. It's going to be at risk of dipping to about the low 195 area if that fails. AMD is weak here. We got a rejection candlestick. We could be dipping back down to 125. ARM is also looking weak. We're favoring 142. Coinbase tried to hold above 300. We got to hold 300. If not, we're going to be at risk of returning to about 290 or below. Amazon's weak here. We need to get back above 212. If we can't reclaim 212, we're looking for 208 or below. Meta is going to be holding 686. If that fails us, still, we're looking for a move back down to 680, then 675. We have a double top setup, which could lead to downside. Google needs to hold 169. If it doesn't, we're going to be dipping to 167. It looks a little bit more bearish. And Microsoft has supported 477. We got to hold above 480. If not, we're looking for 477 to 475 as our targets. The VIX looks bullish. We're looking for 21.08 as our own support here. If that breaks, we're looking for a bigger push to the 23s. So keep that in mind. As of right now, the market's looking weaker and there is downside risk. And also, Tesla's getting dragged down. We're going to see if this support right here could hold at 218, which is where this wedge happens to be. We're still technically inside of the wedge. If that fails, though, there's going to be a risk of more downside, taking us down towards 313. Anyways, I thank you for listening, guys. There's downside risk in this market. The market's showing some weakness, especially with triple witching, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you for listening. Watch your levels, and peace out.